yes, welcome to the History Hunter. We are going back for part 2, where Hitler lost one of his aircrafts up in the mountainside. It came in like this, boom, and it just exploded. Pieces of engines and fuselages and cockpits and everything was just shattered all over the place. In part 1 you can see that we came up this incredible mountain. We climbed up through the forest, the bogs. There is snowy parts. It's difficult, it's hard, it's tough. But boom, right there we got our first incredible find. And you have to see that in part 1. I will put a link in the video description so you can see that in full and then get back to this part 2. You won't regret it, because this is absolutely awesome stuff. And now we're going to take you back, and I'm going to put a link in the video description for part 1, by the way, so you can actually click that first and then come back and see this one here. Now we're going to go up and we're actually going to climb this insane steep area to get to this plateau, and that is where the major discoveries are going to be done right now. If you haven't already, please subscribe, hit the notification bell. The best way to support us is actually to watch the video in full. Don't skip it, because the YouTube algorithm works in that mysterious way that for each and every minute that you watch the video, it will give us higher ranking and we'll be able to reach more people. There is also this little super thanks thing you can see. If you want to help us out with a couple of bucks for some fuel in the tank so we can go out and do more, please do so. Thank you all our Patreon and PayPal supporters for being in there for us. We will definitely not be able to do this without you. But without further ado, let's go back to the incredible German World War II crash site, and let's find more history together right now. Can you hear the birds? It's so peaceful here. But one night, in the middle of the Second World War, the peace was broken and it said kaboom! And a German twin-engine aircraft came down in the hillsides here. And that is our target for today. We are here to see if we can find any pieces whatsoever. And if you can see where we are in between huge trees. We are in between snowy peaks, a lot of water, mosquitoes are starting to come out. So that is what we're doing here today. We're going to see if we can find and share the history of the German Luftwaffe. Oh no, more snow. We don't want that. We don't want more snow. Okay, I'm going to go into a little valley on the top here. Oh boy. That was spectacular. Oh, no, 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 no. Ah, this is gonna ruin everything. There's nothing we can see when there's snow.
Oh, there.
Ah, dreams do come true. And right in front of me here now is something that I've been looking for a very long time. I'm hoping to find an aircraft engine. Holy cow. This is a Jumo aircraft engine. Oh my Lord. I am stoked. I'm just gonna put my foot in here. Oh wow. Cylinders, piston still in there. Oh my goodness, look at that. Electrical connectors, tubes, the spark plugs, dual spark plugs. There's one there, one there. So 2, 4, 6, 8 and more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This was a V12 engine. And it's just freaking laying right here. This is the intake gaskets or intake manifolds, intake channels. This is where the camshaft used to be. It is not there anymore. Am I seeing this? That is so spectacular. I really don't know what to say. If you remember, I was on a very special hunt for a aircraft. If you remember, I found something very special in the forest. I will put a card a clickable card in the end of this video. You can check that out, where I find something very, very unique all the way out in the forest, and it's got something to do with what you see down here. I don't believe my eyes. There are the bolts holding the cylinder head to the cylinders. Oh wow, that is truly spectacular. And we are so fortunate that we were giving up. We were just giving up. I said to Eagle Eyes, we're not gonna do anything more, we're gonna go back. And then suddenly, boom, we found it. Wow, this has been one of the toughest trips that we have done. Wow, water cooled with the glycol, antifreeze. It is a massive engine. Oh yeah, Eagle Eye found something else. Let me show you. Separate part of the engine block. Oh my goodness, that is a heavy duty piece. Wow, and you can see the black color. This was where the cylinders went in. Oh wow. I am so happy. And to know this is the final resting point for this aircraft. Up here in the mountainside, this is the final resting point that the crews kind of left behind. It's touching, but at the same time it's fascinating because I don't know, the World War II, German Luftwaffe history, and that kind of legacy is absolutely spectacular. And to be able to find some of these up there in the mountainside, that is truly unique. Wow! Is that a protective plate for the gunner? What the heck? Oh my goodness! I think that's one of the protective steel plates that was in the aircraft. Holy cow! I think it is. Is it the back for a seat? If anybody knows, let me know. That is crazy. That is also here. This is basically the impact area of the aircraft. It hit the mountaintop up there and pieces are just being flung off, landing everywhere here. It must have been quite a brutal crash because of bad weather, a lot of bad weather, and basically they just hit straight into that mountain wall. Wow, see here, they're just laying there. Nature is kind of taking care of business, and they are completely, see there's snow here, I mean between all the rocks, and then suddenly this looks completely banged up, and the sun has kind of taken all they could. Not one little piece of color on this piece. Let me see, there's another one here. Wow, and another one under there. You see that one which has been under this one? It's kind of protected it. Wow. Oh my goodness, look at this place here. It is so wild, so rough, but yet it has these secrets. It hides the leftovers of this tiny little moment of the German World War II history. It just came down with a huge bang, and wow, the piece which is kind of up there in the sun could be really bad, but you can see this piece here is completely wiped out. It's gray, 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 and here you have some of the anodizing brackets everywhere. Wow, it's fascinating, to be honest. So the piece under there will probably last quite a long time, actually. Okay, I'm so happy that we just at least found some of these. I'm just so happy. This is just awesome. I think we have found the impact area, because they are starting to get to be more and more. Look at all these lines, hydraulic lines, and there are piece after piece here in this rock area. Oh my goodness. And you can see some of them have you see the anodizing pieces on. wafer thin, wafer light. There's something here. Oh, that is a cover, I think, for some kind of engine pod. Look how it's been blown to pieces. And there are thousands of pieces around. This piece here has a huge area where all the pipes come in. And you have a steel part actually coming in there. Wow, this crash was brutal. There was just bang, and then it spread all over the place. That is spectacular. Some kind of axle thing. Is that for the propeller? I haven't got a clue. Some kind of axle went through there. Seems like that is some kind of gear, tooted gear that was here. Wow, you can see the anodized pieces inside. Wow, this is spectacular. And there's another. I'm so careful here because I'm not allowing Eagle Eyes to walk into, because this is a place where you break your feet so easily. So he's just sitting over there waiting, because I don't want him to injure himself. Oh wow, this is so spectacular, to be honest. I never thought we'll find one single piece, and now suddenly we are revealing loads of pieces of the German Luftwaffe crash site and the aircraft. Twin-engined German Luftwaffe aircraft ended its days. Ended its days right there. Wow, it's spectacular, to be honest. All right, gonna see if there are more pieces. He's pointing at something, so I'm gonna go and check out that. Every one of these little crevices, they can hide. Oh, see what I said about dangerous? They can hide pieces of the story here. See that one? Amazing. I think we can safely say that we did not just try or arrive, but we found and we shared. I'm so glad for that. Just saw a little thing here. What is that? Oh wow. That is a, what is it? It's iron. It's kind of like an inspection lid or something. See here the snow, and there is nothing. It's just a coincidence. I put my foot there, I could feel something hard. Wow. And you can see the, wow, you can see the safety cable there. Right there. See that? Didn't help them, but nevertheless, the safety cable is still there. What an amazing little find. There are really spectacular pieces still here. This one has probably not been seen by anyone since the last maintenance schedule of a aircraft maintenance crew member. Wow. I was walking there again, and I could see this pop up. It's kind of just sliding up when I'm passing it. It's actually the oil cooler kind of tubes, been flattened from the oil cooler. I thought it was some kind of clamp, but it's the actual oil cooler elements. Wow. And I'm just kind of stepping here and moving rocks, and I just have a good kind of looking down, and boom, it's there. Yeah, having a little breather. Oh my goodness, this was tough. Eagle Eye said this is the toughest we've ever done, and I agree 100%. Because the thing is that the rocks, they are bad enough because you can kind of drop in between them. But when you have these areas of snow and you cannot kind of go other ways than through the snow, it's getting very, very dangerous, because it's so, it's not that you just go through the snow, you also get through the holes, and that could twist your ankle or rip off your foot. So it's going to be very, very tough to go down. Don't believe my eyes. There's a huge aircraft piece under here, under the snow. This is the only thing that's peeking out from there. What the heck? Is that a serial number? is that? That's a freaking production. Or is it? Oh my goodness.
It's big, look.
Look inside here. That's a huge piece of... Don't go in there. There's the river is next to you. It's almost inside a river here. What the heck? And that is huge. That's exactly what happened. The snow actually prevented us to do more, but there were a couple of more finds that were just, I don't even want to say or talk about it, but we found more than we asked for, but we're not going to show that. But nevertheless, we're going back, and you will see that later. This is kind of what we could do now, because the weather actually turned about an hour after this last recording. It started to snow and it started to blow a lot of strong winds. So that's about it of what we could do. But holy cow, am I happy that we actually managed to find the crash site. And that is a spectacular area, and it really deserves really a lot more work from us, and we're going to do that. And with your kind support, we will most definitely get back to the German WW2 Luftwaffe crash site, where Hitler lost one of his beloved Luftwaffe aircrafts and crews. So if you want to help us out to reach more, you can check out the Patreon PayPal thing and the links in the video description. There is this thing in the beginning here. Where is it? Let me show you this one here. Yeah, helps us out tremendously. Few liters in the fuel tank extra, always helpful when we go out. So if you want to help us out, do that and be our guest. Thank you, all of you who watch, subscribe, comment. We do appreciate each and every one of you. And for all of you who are in our History Hunter team on Patreon and or doing PayPal donations, thank you from the bottom of my heart. To be a single dad, to be able to do this and share it with my son and with all of you, it's the greatest honor that I ever had in my life. So thank you, and we greatly appreciate it. We'll be back with more later. So until next time, stay safe, keep smiling, and bye-bye.